Most success advice today feels like an endless treadmill. Sprint harder, grind longer, sleep less, want more. You're told to hustle till you drop, wear burnout like a badge, and measure success by how exhausted you are. But Naval Ravikant offers something radically different. His philosophy is like a breath of fresh air in a world full of noise, quiet, calm, clear. Naval isn't just another entrepreneur chasing the next unicorn. He's a tech investor who made millions, yet he'd trade all the noise for a single moment of stillness. He built wealth, yes, but also wisdom. His ideas aren't about having more. They're about being more. The Almanack of Naval Ravikant isn't a book you read and shelve. It's a mental operating system, a guide to rewiring how you think about money, happiness, freedom, and self-awareness. It invites you to play a different game entirely, one where the goal isn't just to win, but to play well and stay sane. Let's break down 5 timeless principles from Naval Ravikant that might just change the way you see success forever. Naval famously said, "All the returns in life, in wealth, in relationships, in knowledge, come from compound interest." In business, it means working with partners you trust, where you don't need contracts to feel secure. In life, it means friendships that evolve, grow roots, and carry meaning beyond mere transactions. It's not about intensity, it's about endurance. Shortcuts often lead to dead ends. Chasing short-term profits or hype might win you attention, but rarely lasting success. Naval calls out the get-rich-quick crowd for what it is, an illusion. Real wealth, the kind that sticks, is built slowly, quietly, through patience, reputation, and aligned incentives. Long-term gains filter out the opportunists. They attract people who think in decades, not quarters. People who understand that trust is the real currency and that it too compounds over time. Naval redefines wealth in a way that's hard to forget. You're not wealthy until you can wake up and do whatever you want. It's not about a big salary or a fancy title. It's not about having a private jet or an overflowing stock portfolio, though those can be part of it. It's about freedom. Specifically, freedom over your time, your attention, and your life direction. Wealth in Naval's world is created, not earned. It's built through assets that generate income even while you sleep. Equity, media, software, ownership. These are the building blocks of modern freedom. If you're always trading time for money, you're on a treadmill. You might make more money, but you never gain more freedom, because your time is still owned by someone else. Naval outlines 3 types of leverage that allow you to escape that trap. Labor, other people's time and effort. Capital, money working for you. Code and media, the ultimate leverage. Infinite scale, zero marginal cost. Like apps and automation, lets machines work while you sleep. Media, like YouTube videos, books, podcasts, spreads your ideas without borders. And unlike labor or capital, these don't require anyone's permission. Naval calls this permissionless leverage. It's scalable. It's free to distribute. It's the great equalizer of our time. When you combine leverage with judgment, and you avoid selling your soul along the way, you build something rare, a life that funds itself. Most people are stuck in reaction mode. Notifications, emails, meetings, news. They're constantly stimulated but rarely clear. Naval flips this on its head. He argues that clear thinking is far more powerful than raw hustle. A clear thinker is better than a smart person. In a world where everyone's overwhelmed with information, the rarest skill isn't knowledge, it's clarity. Naval doesn't just read a lot, he filters deeply. He reads to understand timeless principles, not to stay updated on temporary headlines. For him, the goal isn't to know more, it's to need less. He uses mental models, frameworks that simplify complex problems. Think of them as cognitive shortcuts that help you make better decisions without overloading your brain. Instead of chasing the latest news, he builds a foundation of first principles, truths that don't change when the world does. In practice, this looks like questioning assumptions. It means asking, is this essential? Or is this true in every era? It means thinking from the ground up, not relying on what everyone else is doing. One great decision, the kind made from calm reflection and clarity, can have more impact than 100 rushed ones. It can change your entire life trajectory. Hard work has its place. But if you're sprinting in the wrong direction, speed just gets you lost faster. What if happiness isn't something you find, but something you stop covering up? Naval's view of happiness is deeply introspective. He sees it not as a goal, but as a natural state, one that gets clouded by fear, desire, comparison, and expectation. In his words, a happy person isn't someone who has everything. It's someone who doesn't mind what they have. You don't chase happiness, you uncover it. You do this by subtracting, not adding. You let go of toxic habits, anxious thoughts, and societal pressures. You stop doing what makes you miserable, the comparisons, the guilt, the constant craving. Naval meditates daily. He walks outside. He values silence. He avoids unnecessary drama and protects his mental space with the same intensity most people reserve for guarding their bank accounts. Because for him, peace of mind is the ultimate ROI. And here's the irony. When you stop trying to be happy, you become peaceful. And peace, Naval suggests, is what happiness really is. In a world where everyone is trying to stand out by copying each other, Naval says the secret to escaping competition is to become irreplaceably yourself. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Play unique games, win freedom. Instead of trying to outperform others at their game, create your own game. Build something that's uniquely aligned with who you are. Your quirks, your obsessions, your curiosity. That's where your edge lies. This isn't easy. It requires deep self-awareness. You have to figure out what comes effortlessly to you but seems hard to everyone else. That's usually your zone of genius, your unfair advantage. You can't fake authenticity. People feel it. And when you're true to yourself, you attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the kind of life that doesn't require a mask. The most successful creators, thinkers, and entrepreneurs didn't win by following a formula. They succeeded because they couldn't not do what they did. That inner compulsion, the drive to create from your core, is more powerful than any strategy. Originality isn't just a strategy, it's a survival tool. Because when you're uniquely you, there's no competition, only creation. The Almanack of Naval Ravikant isn't a to-do list. It's not about morning routines or hustle hacks, it's a compass. It helps you orient toward a life that's richer in meaning, lighter in stress, and deeper in joy. Naval teaches us that the most important gains in life, wealth, love, learning, happiness, are infinite. You don't win them. You continue them. The goal is not to beat others, but to stay in the game, with integrity, with clarity, and with peace. So play the long game. Build permissionless leverage. Think clearly, live quietly, and above all, protect your time and attention like they are your most valuable assets, because they are. If this helped you reframe success, hit subscribe. Next up, we'll explore Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, a look at pain, purpose, and the raw edge of mental toughness.